So I'm Lorena Pugh. I've been working in oils for 44 years. I'm a contemporary realist and I live in Rhode Island. I've always, all my life, wanted to paint since I can remember. There was never another option for me. There was never, oh, should I do this or that? It was always art. I went to art school. I went to Pratt in the 70s. And in the 70s in New York, the art world was all about conceptual art and not realism. And I was a realist. The only option a realist had was majoring in illustration. I sort of entered the commercial world of art through that. I did a small amount of actual illustrating, but I also had a rather large series of animal posters that were published by a number of different publishers. Then I took matters into my own hands and I started painting dogs, which was a really nice niche market at the time. And I did limited edition prints of them and sold them to stores across the country. And it was a great little business. I wore all the hats that you wear when you run your own business and got to paint, and I still was able to be with my two babies that I was raising, and it was a really fabulous time. I've moved on since then to paintings that allow me more creativity and more flexibility with my subject matter and my ideas. I had this little idea about a pair painting being very figurative, and I really intended it to be like one or two paintings, and it turned into a 5-year series of pairs. I became really involved with the wrapper that you'll find pair in the grocery store. Often they have these little white wrappers, and they're really quite beautiful if they're backlit. And I like the idea of really organic form wrapped in a package. You sort of see through it and you see all the different colors and textures. I still do them from time to time. So that was kind of kept me busy right after I was sort of moving on from the dogs. And I also enjoy painting anything that involves translucency, flow, movement. These have been interests of mine for the past 10 years or so. So my heroes with painting, being a realist, and when I was a kid, I loved Andrew Wyeth, old barns and that sort of thing, which was so frowned upon at the time by the art world, like I mentioned. I guess my ultimate hero would be Michelangelo, for his ability to instill his intention in his work. It's more than just beautiful, perfect work. It has living intention. And I think great art has a bit of life to it. One piece speaks to you, and it has something in the artist is left in the piece. And that's what keeps me going. Another hero was Vermeer, and is Vermeer. I love his color, his light, but also I learned a lot about process through Vermeer, and my process is somewhat similar, I think. I paint a whole canvas brown, basically, and then I pull that away with terps to create the image. It's a value study. It's accurately drawn, hopefully, and it shows all the values. And from there I begin to layer paint. I work very translucently, so often my paintings will have basically 4 paintings, one on top of the next, allowing for light to go through the layers and give it a sense of depth and a kind of color that you can't get from just directly putting paint straight onto a canvas that's opaque. Most of my ideas come from just observation. I think it's a function of wanting to share with others my experience of that object. I usually do paint objects.
it's usually, like when you see a beautiful sunset and you say to the person you love that's sitting next to you, look at that. And you share that together. And that's what I hope I'm doing with my art.